Feasibility Study and Facilities Program for the Deaf Culture Center of New Mexico. Summary of Study and Facilities Program, May 2013. Report Contents: Introduction, Process, Strategy, Implementation. Report Summary. To serve the diverse needs of New Mexico's deaf, deafblind, and hard-of-hearing people, members of the DCC have developed a strategy to create a community center with reserved space for housing. Partnering with a private developer to build a multi-purpose apartment complex containing space reserved for DCC is the fastest, most practical way to proceed. Report Purpose. To summarize how members of the deaf, deafblind, and hard-of-hearing community are moving forward to fulfill the dream of creating their own dedicated facility center. What is DCCNM? The Deaf Culture Center of New Mexico is a nonprofit organization operating since 1994. It strives to strengthen and support the deaf, deafblind, hard-of-hearing community through social, economic, educational, and cultural efforts. DCC's goals: establish a statewide hub to better meet the community's unique needs. Build a multi-purpose complex for artistic, cultural, social, and recreational activities. Help to provide deaf, deafblind, and hard-of-hearing community with affordable housing. DCC planning process. Secured state funding for this study. Created a partnership of DCC and ARC. Formed the DCC Planning Committee to guide the project process. Identifying community needs. Gathering supporting data. Evaluating strategies for implementation, identifying suitable land, continuing efforts with a housing developer for constructing apartments, choosing a preferred option for the new center, developing a preliminary design. The data gathering process. Interviewed community members and representatives from organizations and service agencies. DCC hosted meetings, focus groups, and town halls. The result? The deaf community has unique needs that conventional resources fail to address. the data gathering process, ranked needs by priority, identified space needs by priority, identified possible groups and businesses that might use the spaces, identified and learned from other deaf serving facilities. Comparable deaf serving facilities. DCC looked at 7 different facilities around the country. Three of them have apartments. Some have other services too. The data gathering process. DCC determined project costs, obstacles, and time requirements. Identified methods to acquire land. Identified potential land locations suitable for development. Land acquisition methods. Number 1, request money from the legislature. Timing and total cost are unknown. Number 2, use PCD-owned land. This is a simpler process. There's no need to acquire funding. There is a shorter startup time. Number 3, occupy space in an apartment building. The developer buys land and manages construction. DCC can reserve space on the ground floor at low cost. Potential site locations. Number 1, APS land at Eubank Southeast. Number 2, state-owned land near Gibson and Yale. Number 3A, city-owned land at 4th and Cole. Number 3B, the rail yards. Strategy development. Evaluate strengths, weaknesses, and funding methods for each site. Selected the most practical strategy for short-term solution. The best solution, an apartment complex with the DCC. Partner with a private developer, Cardinal Capital Management, to lease office space in an apartment complex that serves deaf, deaf-blind, and hard-of-hearing people. Consider expansion of DCC to a larger site for the long term. The preferred site. The downtown location is near many amenities. The best solution. The apartment complex with the DCC has many positive advantages. The land is located in downtown Albuquerque. It's convenient to transit and many amenities. It's a redeveloping area, safe and attractive. The location boosts deaf, deafblind, and hard of hearing communities' visibility. The site is located in a qualified census tract, allowing for more commercial space, including DCC, in the apartment complex. The apartment complex may receive low-income housing tax credits to help offset development costs. The strategy is inexpensive, requiring only build-out of DCC's interior space and operating costs. There is one negative aspect. The space available for DCC offices is small. Implementation. The developer will acquire land in 2013. The housing project will be complete in 2016. The state has provided funding that could cover these expenses. $20,000 must be spent by June 2014. $200,000 must be spent by June 2016. Unspent money will be forfeited. Probable timeline. DCC, CCM, and the city bring advantages to a partnership. The partnership increases the likelihood of success. The short term, 2 to 3 years, mid-term, 4 to 10 years, and the long term, 10 plus years. Next steps. Create a foundation for fundraising. Develop a capital campaign. Eventually expand to the nearby rail yards location. Facility aesthetics. The facility should be attractive. It should be in harmony with surrounding buildings. It should incorporate residential architectural elements. It should improve the neighborhood's visual appeal. "3D design concepts. Aerial view from the south. Aerial view from the northeast corner. View from the southeast corner. View from the south. View from the northeast corner. View of the courtyard. The property is located at 4th Street and Cole Avenue. Additional vacant land might also be available. The site size is 0.68 acres. There is room for 38 parking spaces. There is room for an outdoor courtyard space. It would be a 4-story building. On the ground floor, there are commercial spaces for lease. DCC can lease spaces for low rent. On the second floor, there are apartments for families, individuals, and senior citizens. 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are available. On the 3rd and 4th floors, they are exclusively for senior citizens. 1- and 2-bedroom apartments are available. Long-term strategy, the rail yards. DCC can eventually move to the rail yards. This project is a partnership between the city as owner and Samitar, S-A-M-I-T-A-U-R, Constructs as a private developer. Conclusion. DCC is on its way to establishing its culture center to improve the lives of deaf, deaf-blind, and hard-of-hearing people. DCC conducted extensive research and analysis to decide how to proceed. DCC's strategy is to partner with a private developer to create a multi-purpose complex for affordable residential and commercial uses. Once complete, DCC can consider expanding its activities to the nearby rail yards location. DCC is reaching out to organizations with shared interests to bring energy and creativity to the project. DCC has the resources and the drive to make this project a reality.